on behalf of the entire Olowo Kingdom. Before I start, I'd like to recognize the presence of High Chief Ojumu, the head of Igoroko Quarter, High Chief Akowaloja, who is the head of Iloro Quarter, High Chief Ajana, the head of Itarikwe Quarter. I also recognize the senior Omolowos in attendance. I recognize all the chiefs in Olowo, the Iyare Loros, the women ably led by the Yaloja of Olowo, the youth leaders, women and men in Olowo Kingdom, and gentlemen of the press. This release by the Olowo Council on the desecration of the symbol of our collective heritage, that is His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Ajibade Gbadegesin Ogunoye III, the Olowo of our Kingdom, by the chairman of our local government council, Mr. Tope Omolayo. This is taking place in the palace of Olowo of Owo. Today, 7th November, Friday, 2025. This is delivered, like I said, by the members of Olowo in Council. Distinguished members of the press, esteemed sons and daughters of our kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, we, the Olowo in Council, welcome you to this urgent press briefing convened in the wake of a deeply regrettable and unprovoked affront to the reverse rule of the Olowo of our kingdom, His Imperial Majesty Dr. Ajibade Gbadegesin Ogunoye III, the Olowo of Owo and paramount ruler of our kingdom, who doubles as the chairman of Undr State Council of Obas. The council expresses its total outrage and unequivocal condemnation of the recent public insult and disrespect directed at His Imperial Majesty by an individual whose actions are nothing short of utter sacrilege and crass contempt. Members of the council, as a body of critical stakeholders, consider the sacrilegious attitude of the chairman as an act that should be treated with condemnation and negative sanctions that are rightly deserved, irrespective of his relationship with the royal family, which may have constrained His Majesty in taking immediate, extensive, appropriate actions, particularly traditional sanctions on the matter. All in all, we are duty bound to rise above sentiments, no matter who is involved, so as to avoid creating unpleasant precedent. The Olowo of our kingdom is not only a custodian of our ancient traditions, he is also a symbol of unity, peace and progress for the people of Owo, both at home and in the diaspora. Any attempt to demean or ridicule the person or the sacred institution he represents is an objectionable insult to the entire Olowo Kingdom, our ancestors, and our collective heritage. We consider this deliberate act of provocation as an assault on the throne of Owo, and by extension, on the soul of our people. Our position. After a thorough, sober deliberation, the Olowo in Council, speaking with one voice and acting in defense of the dignity of the Owo throne, hereby declares as follows. Number one, that the individual in question, by his reckless utterances and disrespectful conduct, has declared himself a persona non grata within the territory of our kingdom. Number two, that his continued presence as chairman of the Owo local government area council is no longer acceptable to the people and traditional leadership of Owo. Number three, that his actions have eroded the trust and confidence traditionally extended to holders of public office within the Owo community. Number four, that the Olowo in Council calls upon the Undr State government and the relative authorities to take due cognizance of this development and take appropriate administrative steps in the interest of peace and mutual respect. Happy for calm and order. We wish to emphasize that the Olowo in Council remains committed to peace, order, and lawful conduct in addressing this matter. We therefore urge all sons and daughters of our kingdom, both at home and abroad, to remain calm law-abiding, and avoid any form of confrontation or violence. Our strength lies in our unity, discipline, and the respect we accord our revered institution as the dignity of our throne shall be preserved, and not through chaos, but through the firmness of purpose and moral clarity. Call for respect for traditional authority. We take this opportunity to remind the public, particularly those in position of authority, that traditional rulers are custodians of culture and maintainers of peace, not objects of ridicule. The Olowo of our kingdom, like all other revered monarchs across Yoruba land, represents the spiritual and historical essence of our people. To insult the Olowo is to insult the entire Yoruba traditional system. We call on leaders at all levels, be it political, religious, or social, to uphold mutual respect and to remember that no community can prosper where its values and heritage are trampled upon. We should also let you aware that all the chairmen of the LCDAs in this great kingdom had also condemned and dissociated themselves clearly from this shameful outburst of the suspended chairman, describing the attitude as unfortunate and regrettable, of which he did not and will never enjoy their support. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Olowo Council reaffirms its total loyalty and solidarity to His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Ajibade Badegeji Ogunwoye III, and vows to defend the sanctity of our throne against any act of desecration or disrespect. Let it be known to all that our kingdom shall never tolerate insolence against its throne. A throne that has stood for centuries as a beacon of civilization, wisdom, and dignity. We trust that justice, decorum, and the sanctity of our institutions will prevail. Thank you all. Long live the Olowo of our kingdom. Long live the Olowo Council. Long live your kingdom. Thank you for listening.
My name is High Chief Kule Jalam, the Adanibo, ruler of Olowo Quarters. The action of the former chairman was suspended, irrespective of how it's couched, is sacrilegious. It's a violation of the custom and tradition of our. It's a violation of the creation of our. In the olden days, like our people will say, to bury a sogun, if you go to Olowo or bury a sogun, a bit of. So if anybody in his right senses can do that, so the best bet is to declare him persona non grata, and he has to face banishment from home.
Outburst of the suspended local government chairman is an affront to our tradition. As the custodian of our tradition and customs, we greatly applaud it. It's an abolition. It has never been done. All the sanctions put forward against him, we support in totality. We have to do this just to have a sort of there must be sanction, there must be punishment to serve as a deterrent to those who have taken such a stand in future, that they can just willingly on their own insult not the Oba but the institution, the ownership of the institution. And so I'm saying in totality, me as the Aqualogy of Olowo and the entire Olowo community will support the sanction, and we are saying others should be mindful of their utterances. You cannot talk anyhow. Talk to we are talking about the kingdom. We are talking about in general. Not the Oba as a person, but the Oba as the sole custodian of the tradition. It's a revered Oba. You see, we have custom, we have tradition. So I'm saying we are in total support of this sanction, that it will serve as a deterrent to others in future. Thank you.
Orúkọ mi ju Babacheki chairman ochi ètò but I believe telephone Ọlọ́run yà pa bá wa parí ẹ̀ but bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ayárí àti rí fọ́gídé ọwọ́ inú wọn dùn ọ̀gbọ̀n túbọ̀ gbọ́ra níbẹ̀ iná yẹ dán ti gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ tí gédégédé ọwọ́ ẹsẹ̀ nínú ọdún bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti transfer gẹ́gẹ́ kíní àyè sógbóró sí Èkó sí Ìbàdàn sólò òyìnbó ìṣẹ́ náà tọrọ ọ̀dẹ̀ kọ́mẹ̀tì ilé ojoojúmọ́ ní ọ̀gùn fún ẹgbẹ̀rún yìí mú chẹlẹ̀ ẹgbẹ̀rún yẹdu chẹlẹ̀ fọ́ ẹtúrú ọ̀ yẹdu chẹlẹ̀ sí ìbẹ́ náà ti ọ̀rọ̀ ti rí òjá kí má dùn jọlọ.
Please subscribe to Facetv Africa and turn the notification on. Facetv Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ subscribe hete.
Facetv was Swoby.